He returns not just to live, but to reclaim. The master of the lake has finally come home. His shadow races across the surface, a silent warning to everything swimming beneath his piercing, golden eagle eyes. From this height, he sees what others miss. Precision is his weapon. The vast water is his kingdom. A dead tree stands as a throne. Here, he will build a fortress with a perfect 360-degree view. He battles the updrafts, testing the air. Every gust is a challenge he was born to masterfully overcome. Then a shadow larger than his own appears. A queen arrives to join the king of the sky. They fly in perfect sync, their sharp calls echoing across the water, announcing that a new reign begins. Dominance is established in the air. They adjust their spacing, two masters preparing for a single, vital purpose. But power is always challenged. Intruders arrive, unaware they have entered a restricted and lethal aerial war zone. The male strikes with violent speed. He does not ask for respect, he takes it by raw force. The female joins the fray, her massive wings cutting the air like blades. No intruder is safe here. They compress the escape path, driving trespassers toward the cold water. There is no way out for them. Layered aerial pressure breaks their spirit. The Ospreys work as one, a lethal and highly coordinated hunting team. The lake is cleared. The intruders flee, leaving the sky to those who truly own this wild domain. They claim the high ground. Claws grip the bark, marking the spot where a new life begins. The female tests the foundation. The structure must hold her weight and the heavy weight of the future. Every branch is scrutinized. In this high-stakes architecture, a single weak stick could mean a total disaster. She uses her body to mold the bowl, pressing down with a mother's deep instinct for structural stability. The male gathers heavy timber, ripping wood from the shore with raw, unyielding and ancient raptor strength. As they build, a silent watcher waits. The crow sees the effort, and it sees a future opportunity. The tree sways violently in the gale. Their fortress is exposed, but they refuse to be moved easily. He lands on the rim, nearly tipping over. Balance is the only difference between building and falling down. She wedges the wood into place, reinforcing the walls. This creates a temporary illusion of total environmental control. Another gull tries its luck and fails. The male is a sentinel, guarding the perimeter of his world. The world is theirs. They stand tall, masters of all they survey, ready for the next biological chapter. The first egg arrives, a pale, speckled promise of life, hidden deep within the wooden and rough fortress. She lifts her body, revealing the prize. Warmth rises into the cool air as the countdown finally begins. Time passes and a second egg joins the first. But in nature, time is never distributed equally. The third egg completes the clutch. 3 lives, but they are already starting at different, unfair intervals. The watcher returns. The crow knows that 3 eggs mean 3 chances for a rich, protein feast. She rotates them with surgical care. Temperature is everything. A few degrees will decide their ultimate fate. She puffs her feathers, trapping the heat. Her body is the only shield they have against the world. The provider takes flight. He must hunt for 2, while she remains anchored to the heavy nest. The water is choppy, hiding the prey. Hunger begins its slow, persistent crawl into the osprey nest. A stick slips at the edge. Even the strongest fortress requires constant, exhausting and daily maintenance. Finally, impact. He strikes the surface with explosive force, pulling a silver life from the dark depths. He carries the load against the wind. Every calorie spent must be replaced by the fresh catch. She takes the offering. She eats to survive, so they can grow inside their fragile, speckled shells, a brief window of exposure. The eggs feel the cold air, a reminder of the harsh world outside. The black shadow moves closer. It is a game of patience, and the crow is winning slowly. Darkness rolls over the lake. The first true test of their endurance is about to begin tonight. The tree groans under the pressure. She braces herself, a living shield against the invisible, roaring force. Rain turns to a cold assault. She flattens her body, refusing to let the eggs get wet. He battles the headwind, soaked and heavy. The lake has become a wall he cannot breach easily. He misses again. In this storm, the hunter has become the victim of the relentless elements. A hairline fracture appears. The first prisoner is breaking free, driven by a desperate need to breathe. It is a violent birth. The shell cracks outward as a tiny, wet life pushes against fate. Chick number 1 emerges. Fragile and trembling, it is the first to claim a place here. It stands alone beside unhatched eggs. A head start that will soon become a deadly, biological advantage. The mother's shadow falls over the hatchling. The biological unfairness of the nest has officially begun now. The second egg breaks. A sibling arrives, but it is already smaller and weaker than the firstborn. 2 chicks now compete for warmth. The age gap is small, but the consequences are massive. The male returns with fish. The firstborn is the first to eat, growing stronger with every bite. The third egg remains silent. Every hour it waits is an hour of growth it is losing. Finally, the last chick emerges. It is the smallest, born into a world that is already full. The hierarchy is immediate. The largest chick pushes to the front, claiming the prime feeding spot. It climbs over its siblings, using weight to suppress them. This is not malice. It is survival, a living wall of down and hunger. The firstborn blocks the mother's beak from reaching the others. The second chick is shoved toward the rim. One wrong move and the story ends very early. Feeding ends, but the smallest chick is still empty. Its energy is already beginning to fade away. The mother tears the fish. The firstborn intercepts every piece, fueled by an insatiable growing fire. A violent thrust of the neck. The largest chick slams into the second, asserting total nest control. The smallest chick cannot even see the food. It is becoming a ghost in its own home. The second chick slides toward the void. It scrambles back, but its strength is failing fast now. The firstborn settles its weight on the smallest. It pins its sibling down, unintentional but potentially lethal. The male returns with nothing. When food is scarce, the hierarchy becomes a silent death sentence. He dives and misses again. The cycle of failure is tightening around the neck of the nest. The nest goes still. The smallest chick barely moves, its breathing shallow in the biting cold. A gust rolls the smallest chick across the floor. It has no strength left to resist anymore. The mother watches, but she does not intervene. Nature does not pity. It only moves forward. A tiny fish arrives. The firstborn consumes it all in seconds, leaving only shadows for the rest. The largest chick rises tall, a giant among the weak. It owns the air in the nest. The second chick stretches its neck, but it is too late. The firstborn has taken everything. Another shove sends the second chick to the brink. The void is waiting for the first failure. The smallest chick is buried under its sibling. It is losing the battle for the very air. The crow moves in. It has waited weeks for this moment of peak, absolute vulnerability. The male leaves to hunt. The mother shifts. For 1 second, the fortress is completely undefended. The chicks are exposed. 3 targets, but only one is too weak to even cry out. The crow strikes like a black bolt. It dives into the nest with murderous, opportunistic intent. Chaos erupts. The firstborn fights back instinctively, colliding with the intruder in a flurry of feathers. The crow lunges for the smallest, but the firstborn stands its ground. A sibling's weight becomes a shield. The mother drops from the sky like a hammer. She drives the crow into the abyss. The crow retreats, still watching. It knows the storm will soon do its work for it. The sky turns black again. The survival squeeze is tightening. There is nowhere left to hide. Rain hammers the nest. The smallest chick is soaked, its body temperature dropping into the danger zone. The male strikes the water and nearly crashes. He is broken, and the lake is empty. Inside the nest, the light is dying. The smallest chick has stopped begging. It is over. Extreme close-up on a fading heart. The pink skin turns cold as the fire goes out. The smallest chick stops breathing. A silent end to a life that never had a chance. The storm passes, leaving a corpse in the cradle. The crow watches, waiting for the final act. The mother grips the lifeless body. There is no mourning here, only the need for a clean nest. She drags the remains across the sticks. A cold, biological necessity that looks like a final betrayal. She drops the body into the void. It is gone, returned to the earth to feed others. The male returns with a massive catch. The pressure is gone. The survivors will now feast. The firstborn flaps its wings, feeling the power. It is no longer a chick, but a predator. It slips at the edge but catches itself. The fear of falling is replaced by the urge. Both survivors stand together, beating wings in unison. They are building the strength to leave. The firstborn jumps. A moment of terror, then the air catches its wings. It is free. It dives into the lake, striking the water with violence. Success. The survivor has been forged. It rises into the golden sky, a new master. The cycle of the Osprey is complete.